And the computers fix it. Cars of the 90s are the best cars ever made. I said, mate, I don't know anything about the cars of the 90s and your computers and everything, but I reckon the cars of the 70s were the best cars ever made. He said, why is that? I said, well, the cars of the 70s knew their way home from the pub. How many times you'd reel out of a pub in the 70s, full as a boot, and someone said, you all right to drive? You go, yeah, car knows the way home, don't worry about it, mate. But the cars of the 90s, they take you straight to the cops. Something about the computers and the radars, you know. And the coppers have not changed their attitude in centuries. They still ask you stupid questions like, are you the driver of this vehicle? Excuse me? Are you the driver of this vehicle? Well, it's an automatic, but I gotta be here, you know. He said, you're half pissed. Yeah, I know, I run out of money. You know you're driving on the wrong side of the road? Yeah, well, the other side's full. Because I don't know what it is with them. They're standing out in the middle of the road like this, and you're thinking to yourself, I don't think he's strong enough. And you go, boom, no, he wasn't. And they talk to you in that police speak. Sir, you were clocked at doing 100 kilometres per hour in a 60-kilometre zone. Is there any reason for you to be doing that? Oh, no, not really, officer, but it seems to me the more you push this little black pedal here, the faster the bloody car goes, you know what I mean? Very well, sir. I'll have to ask you again without the sarcasm. Appreciate it. You were doing 100 kilometres per hour in a 60-kilometre per zone. Is there any reason for you to be doing that? No, any reason to hide behind a bloody tree? Because I got one bloke out there one night, he's come around, he said, oh, your tail light's out. I said, no, that's right, the tail light works, mate. You just give it a boom, bit of a kick there. It came back on, you can't book me, a rotten copper mongrel. He said, very good, sir. Just go up and give the windscreen a kick and see if this year's registration comes up. You get some of those ones that turn, they snap at you and say, give me a name. What am I going to use? Have you got a police record? Yeah, walking on the moon. I said to him at this bloke. And you get up there and say, if I call you a rotten copper mongrel, rotten copper mongrel, rotten copper mongrel, what would you do? I'd have to probably arrest you. Well, what if I just thought it? Well, I couldn't do anything. Good. I think you're a rotten copper mongrel, rotten copper mongrel. And what about they take you into the police station and say, what's that? That's the breathalyzer. Oh, yeah? What does that do? Well, that tells you how much you've had to drink. Oh, I got one of them at home. Don't need the machine, mate. Hey, what's the matter? What are all these photos around the wall of the police station? What are all these photos here for? They're wanted criminals. Well, why didn't you just keep them when you took their bloody photo, for Christ's sake?